My name's Ty.
And I'm Cam, and this is our converted ambulance, Tofu. Alright, so here's the inside of the van. Starting over here is our bed. It is a full-size mattress, but we actually added a little foam part at the end to add length. We decided to go with a stationary bed because we did have a van before and we had to put it away every day, and that's just not something we wanted to do. At the very end, we also had enough room to add extra storage bins for socks, more clothes, and electronics. Up here we have our bathroom and like medicine cabinet, basically. We have created a bookshelf for books, paintbrushes, essential oils, basically a bunch of random stuff. In this back cabinet is more art stuff, paints, jewelry making things, just because art is my hobby. So over here, this is actually my dad's art. He was going to throw it away, so obviously I kept it and hung it up in my van. This right here that says "Stay Gay" with a bunch of boobs, my sister drew for me as like a giving away present. This is a cute little moss garden that I just water with a spray bottle just to have some more greenery in here, since I can't really have any real plants because we have no actual natural light in here. This is our sink, this countertop. My grandpa actually cut out for us and we just stained and put resin on it. So we have actually a water pump underneath this seat, along with extra clothing storage. That leads into underneath here, which is our gray water tank, more medicine cabinet things, cleaning sprays, and then we just take this out when it is full and dump it anywhere. And on this side we have added extra counter space because we like to cook, but we struggle with finding a lot of counter space in the van, so this just pops up. On the right side, as soon as you walk into the van, is our closet. Actually, this bottom half, this whole thing, was the only thing we kept from the actual interior of the actual ambulance. It was going to be really hard to take out, so we decided to keep it, and it's perfect for closet space. I added more shelves. The top two are Ty's, the bottom are mine, and then we both have shoe storage, which I think works great for us. Up here, we have our like pots and pans storage, our dish rags and Tupperware. On this side, again, this bottom part was part of the original storage from the Ambo. We took out the door on this and made it like a bread basket, food storage, extra food storage. Down here we've made like kind of a little safe. We've added a power strip just so we can charge some of our devices that take more power to charge, basically. Below, we actually store our garbage can and our bags for grocery shopping. This was nice because it already had the hole in it, so we were able to hide our garbage and not have it out in the open, but still have access to it from the outside. On this wall, we have our main spices we use, along with more fake plants to bring some life into the Ambo. We also have some art from my mom as a giving away present. We have a picture of Ty's nephews because they are the cutest. Over here is a picture I drew of our last van, which was our inspiration for this van, basically. This little frame right here is actually the opening to the cab. We just wanted to make it cute because it's just a random hole in the wall. And then we added a insulated window cover because the cab holds a lot of heat that we do not want back here. Right here is our fridge. It's just a Costway chest fridge. It was like the cheapest one on Amazon with the best reviews. We also have added a cushion on top because since Ty can't stand up in here, we wanted to make a spot for him to sit anywhere in the van basically, so his back doesn't hurt all the time. So we have a 200 amp hour battery, only one, which this is a 12-volt fridge, so it runs actually amazing on it. The initial power cord was super long and was pulling more power than necessary, so we basically just cut the cord, wired it to the 12-volt power cord, and now it doesn't take nearly as much power and it runs perfectly fine.
We ended up living this lifestyle after Kam and I lived in 2 apartments together. We had both kind of had the dream of traveling more, but we each worked 2 jobs, so that was kind of taking all of our time away. So we just worked and saved up and then decided to buy a van, and so we could get on the road and experience some new things. We've been living on the road for probably a total of 2 years now. We had a van before the ambulance, and then we've been in this for about a year.
So how we make money on the road is usually we will both work seasonally. Last year we worked on a organic cannabis farm together. I do sell my art and wire wrapped jewelry like this occasionally just for money here and there. But this year we will probably also work seasonally, maybe as bartenders, servers at a restaurant.
And then I do just little tattoos for friends and stuff for a little extra money on the road.
Mm-hmm. Over here in this corner, this box actually is the outside storage, but obviously the box. So, and it actually came with a hole, so we decided to take advantage of that. I built a shelf on the inside of the box outside, and we put some clean, purified water. We put a little towel rack above it, basically to cover the hole. Back here we also have our small broom and a hook to hold our hot pads and my extra bag. Up here we added some more wood just to bring together the color of the wood and create like a little barrier to then hold our coffee storage. We have tea in here, some dried mushrooms, and yeah, this is just basically like our drink corner, I guess. Over here we have our countertop. My grandpa actually cut for us, and then we just then stained it and put resin on top of it as well. We have a 2-burner propane stove, which behind we recently had to put a metal plate because being first-time builders, we didn't even think about the heat next to the wall. Before this, this burner was burning our peel and stick backsplash, so we weren't ever able to use the back burner, but we can now. We also have a magnetic knife rack, which no, the knives never fall off, really ever. It's super nice. Right here we have our paper towel holder, which I actually found this stick in the mountains in Colorado. At the time, we had nowhere to hang our paper towels, so I made do with what I had. And we just hung that up. Down here we just have a little bit of decorations and a candle from Veganly shop. Amazing organic candles. I also added this peel and stick backsplash just to give it more character in the van, I guess, to not seem so simple. Down here we have our silverware and utensil drawer. And here is our junk drawer, which everyone has, they have to. In this top cabinet, we have our bowls, plates, and cups. In this one, we have some more dry storage, Nutella, peanut butter, agave, and over here is more dry storage, more of like spices, extra wheat, and cooking things. On this side, we have another little couch. We call this Ty's couch because it is wider. There's also storage underneath here for more sweatshirts and clothes, I guess. This was made from our friend Alyssa to bring some more color into the van. This moth was gifted from my mom. And over here we have installed a 12-volt plugs. This is where also we turn on and off our inverter, and we have the light switches behind this little cushion. So right here we have built a little hole or opening to store our dining table. I guess basically we just pull it out and hook it onto these 3 latches, and then we keep the leg underneath here. This cabinet is for our toilet, extra paper towels, toilet paper, and everything. It is just a 5-gallon bucket. We are planning on making that into a homemade compostable toilet eventually. On this side, we have just more random storage, our projector, a vacuum, hair dye, etc. And on this side, we have more food storage, waffle maker, cans of beans and stuff like that. I'd say my favorite aspect of living on the road is the community and meeting people, meeting like-minded people, living on the road, in vehicles, in all sorts of ways, to experience new cultures, new land. It's definitely unbeatable.
Yeah, definitely just the friends we've made and the people we've met have been, yeah, such an amazing thing for sure. I would say that this lifestyle is definitely not for everybody. It definitely has its ups and downs. It's not all perfect like people like to show on Instagram. It's a lot of work, but if it's something you're looking to do, I definitely recommend going for it and at least trying it out. If that's buying an already built out van or something that's already put together so you can at least try it. Yeah, it's awesome, but it definitely takes a lot of work. So we upgraded to all-terrain tires. They're the Falcon Wild Peaks. The tire shop we went to said they were some of the best for a dually, so we decided to go with those ones. We left these lights normal. We want to add some LEDs to the front, possibly here in the future, just to add some extra lighting for when we're on dirt roads and stuff. We had to black out all the red lights up here. We went with black instead of white just to add a nice touch to it. So one of the best parts about having an ambulance is all the outside storage. In this first one, we've got our propane setup, which goes into our stove. We've got a portable water heater for an outdoor shower that we're still working to get set up. And then right here we have a hole on the other side. So this is just our drinking water that we get purified water for. And then we just kind of shove other stuff in here too. This one, we put our tables, an outdoor rug, backpacks. We got cornhole tables for playing games and stuff. And then this lower one, I've just got all my tools for working on the truck, just in case I need to fix something that goes wrong. Got an extension cord and a few other things. We have extra diesel just in case we run low, if we're on a dirt road for a long time or anything like that. We've got our garage space. We made the bed kind of extra high so that we would have a lot of extra space in here. Got to store the one wheel, beer, and then we've got a blow up couch for when we're set up in an area for a little bit and we can actually chill. And then solar setup battery, and then water tank and everything is under there too. We added the little handles that were on the inside as a kind of a ladder. We didn't want to have to buy a ladder or spend money on it, and this is a little more hidden so people aren't climbing up on our stuff. In here is a little extra storage. We have a stationary bed inside, so we had to cut out the top portion of it. We have a water inlet to fill our fresh water that goes to the sink, and we just keep yoga mats and the hose and a couple other things in here. And then since we cut that out and we didn't want to cut another window in here, we added just a screen to it to add some extra airflow. And then we got this one here. This is kind of just our extra camping gear and stuff. We've got a few rugs, helmet for the one wheel, an extra outdoor propane stove, and then a little bit of electrical and some tape and stuff. So we have one 310 watt solar panel on the top, and then two fans that suck and also blow. So it adds a good amount of airflow into the van for when we're cooking and then if we need to cool down. So on our last van, we had an outdoor light. It's solar powered and it's motion censored. So it's kind of nice for at nighttime if we're in a weird area. It kind of works as a deterrent. If people are walking up towards our van, it'll light up and maybe it'll scare them off. And then we added the bug screens because with our last van, we had a struggle with all the flies in our van. So we thought that was definitely a priority for us. So this one just leads into our closet. We have shoes down in here. So if we need to get our hiking boots or anything like that, we can reach them from the outside or just put them back in through the outside, which is nice. We have this decal here. When we first left on the road, we had to take the truck in to get some work done that I couldn't do myself. So we just asked them for a sticker and then put it on there. Then in this bottom one, we have just some art supplies, a little bit of tattoo equipment, and yeah, just kind of extra stuff. The resin from the countertop that we had left over, just in case we want to do any little projects or anything like that. I'd say my biggest takeaway would be get out there and do things while you're young. We see a lot of older folks out here, and I can only imagine that it's got to be harder and more of a struggle and even more stressful when your body is probably deteriorating and you have struggled your whole life. So if it's something you want to do, I definitely recommend going for it.
Mm-hmm. I would say if you're traveling with a partner specifically, to communicate. It's so important. You're living in a super tiny space with two people and you're gonna get on each other's nerves, but communication is key to have your own space, take time alone, or just even communicate your needs in general. Super, super important.
Definitely. Thank you so much for watching. You can find us on Instagram at kam.and.ty.
And you can also purchase some of my wire wrap stones on Instagram at art_of_cam. Thanks for watching.